He looked like he tried to tell himself to keep walking, to go home, try again another day, but it was as if the humiliation was an ember, and every mock, every sneer fed it into a blaze. Hello, and welcome to Fearfull Wickedness. I am your host, the storyteller. We hope you enjoy tonight's tale. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. The following story is told through the eyes of 4 different witnesses. Each saw and experienced something different when they came into contact with the suspect now known as the Crying Clown. When I met him, I answered an ad for a roommate. He seemed harmless and was friendly and courteous, so we decided to give it a try with a 3-month trial before formally signing anything. Over the course of the next few weeks, we got to know more about each other. He told me he had dreamed of joining the circus since he was a boy. While other kids played superheroes, he painted his face white and juggled oranges stolen from the kitchen. He wanted laughter, the roar of a crowd, the joy of being someone who made people happy. Yeah, but no one ever laughed with him. Best I can remember, everyone always laughed at him. In school, he was the odd man out, so to speak. He had 1 or 2 people, I guess you could call friends, that he hung around with. But I don't remember ever seeing him out, like at school events or parties. At school, they called him Clown Boy. He would wear this red nose in class. So we would take it from him and either hide it or do things with it. This one time I remember a guy wiping his butt with it. He didn't care. He just put it back on and kept wearing it. One Halloween, he showed up dressed in full costume. Face painted, shoes too big, bow tie spinning. The others drenched him with soda and took pictures. That's the first time I remember hearing that odd laugh he had. It was cracked, the sound warped and hollow. When I moved in, he had been living alone in the apartment. He had circus posters covering the walls. Faded faces of smiling clowns stared down at him like old friends. He spent nights practicing balloon animals, twisting and popping them until his fingers bled. He'd talk to them softly, calling them by names: Bobo, Skippy, Tiny. When the traveling circus came to town, something inside him lit up. He dressed in his best clown suit, the one with the red ruffles and different colored dots, and went to the lot full of hope. I remember seeing him at the gate. He told the man in the ticket booth he wanted to try out, that he wanted an audition. The man glanced at his clipboard, then at his face. "Auditions aren't for another 8 months," he said. "I'm sorry, but you'll have to register online and wait until the season ends. We don't take walk-ins." His chest tightened. 8 months, he said, as if the number itself were a cruel joke. Tears filled his eyes and blurred the paint on his cheeks. He walked away small and trembling. It was something I had never seen before. A crying clown with a painted smile fixed to his face. I was on my way home when I saw him walking past on the sidewalk. A pair of teenagers leaning against a lamppost recognized him. "Look, it's Clown Boy." They laughed, loud enough for the others to hear. A woman crossed the street to avoid him, and a delivery driver slowed and took a picture through his windshield. I think each snicker cracked something in him that had been waiting, dry and brittle. He looked like he tried to tell himself to keep walking, to go home, try again another day, but it was as if the humiliation was an ember, and every mock, every sneer fed it into a blaze. When he turned, what followed wasn't the cinematic rage of movies. It was more absolute. He moved down the row of jeering faces with the terrible calm of someone who had rehearsed a long time. Hands that had once practiced balloon knots now gripped heavier things. Pieces of scrap iron, a fallen fence post, whatever the world had left within reach. They fell before they could truly understand, voices cut off mid-insult. He did not scream. He did not cry. He executed each act as if ticking off a long list. A shove, a snap, a fall. When it was done, the street was still. Neighbors would later say it happened fast. They would say they never imagined a man in a clown suit could be a monster. But his face, smeared with paint, remained the same as ever. He told police that when he looked at the bodies, those small, laughing faces now forever silent, he felt a cold, hollow peace settle in his chest. He said in his statement that when it was over he walked the rest of the way home, noticing the town watching him through drawn curtains. Once he arrived at his apartment, he walked past the circus posters on his wall and sat in front of his mirror. The painted smile did not tremble anymore. When I arrived home from work, he was sitting in front of his mirror. I heard him say, "See, they laugh now." I didn't know what he meant, so I asked how the audition went. He told me, and I quote, "This is the best I've ever felt. I have finally found something I'm good at."